So now it is time for dinner, and I'm going to be making a cheese burek using Yufka's pite, but you could also, of course, use your normal phyllo dough, of course, if you cannot get this Yufka's pite. And I'm going to be doing that, and I also have, let me go over here, the makings for a meat burek, which is one of my absolute favorites. So I've got the meat going in a pan. This is just 2 pounds of 80-20 ground beef and a whole onion that was sliced. And then here I have some potato burek. I can get these at my international market because my 2 youngest boys really enjoy this. I just put this a little oil on the bottom of the pan, and that is going to be going into a preheated oven around 350 to 400. But I'm gonna let the meat cook and get ready to roll. Okay guys, so here's what I've got to do. In this bowl I have a whole container of the cottage cheese and 1 egg. Mixed it together. I do a pretty good heaping amount of salt. So I did maybe about a palmful. If you're not too grossed out about it, you can go ahead and I put a little bit of pepper, which I don't think is the conventional way of doing a cheese burek, but I like the little kick that it gives. Give this a quick... So I stirred that up and I got that off to the side, and I opened up my Yufka. Some of the pieces I'm trying to find at least a couple whole pieces, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to partially cover the bottom with 1 layer, and then I'm going to take my water and oil mixture and kind of go along the sides and the bottom to make sure that they all get a little, I don't know why, but the only word that's going on in my head is juicy. So if it sounds delicious, then we're making them juicy. Then I'm going to try and get another one going here. Oops, sorry about that. And see, I kind of layered this one. So we got one off to the side, another one off to the side. And then we're going to do this. You're going to get real good and wet, because these soak up a lot of water, and if you don't have this well hydrated, you're going to have these dry pieces in between your burek layers, and it's not that good. So trust me, this water is going to get absorbed. So let me move that guy over, and then I've got another sheet here that I'm going to do just like this. So, and then I'm going to do another one over the top. So I got one going this way, one going this way, one going this way. And I'm going to do my water oil mixture. Again, typically it's Kisela water, which is like a sparkling water, but I don't have that. I just have normal water and oil. And then what we'll do is go ahead and get this all like that. And then I'm gonna find one more little layer here. Now behave. And if it breaks, don't worry, because it's all gonna get folded together anyway. See how I've got, oops, this ugly layer here kind of going. It's gonna get chopped up. You misbehave, you get chopped up. You don't get to be part of the ending pretty layer. So there. So there's that. And I'm gonna do this. daughter's angry. She's hungry. She's getting hangry. My son just came out. He's like, he smelled the meat burek mixture. He's like, are you making burgers? No. Oh. What are you making? Meat pita. Oh. Then my other son comes upstairs, Devin. He's like, what are you making? Are you making meat pita? They call it pita. It's really burek. Yes. Ooh, he says. So I'm going to slice this, and then you'll see why. Be right back. So you're going to take a little bit of your cheese mixture. You're going to spread it on the bottom. Just all the way to the edges. Sorry about that, I hit the camera. Getting used to my little setup. And these are all the ones that I just, you know, the ones that you have left, I just slice them. You're going to kind of make sure they get a little separated. And you're going to do a little layer of these. Make sure that there's no clumps of them together. You will for sure have some little dried pieces in there if you don't soak this well. That's the word I'm looking for, soaked. So we're going to do 2 of these little shredded layers. So after I put these in here, you're going to do a little bit more. Soak this really, really well with, I kind of have a spoon geared up here too, with your water and oil mixture or water and kisela mixture. Get it real good and soaked. Because that phyllo dough is going to soak this all up. So now I'm going to do another cheese layer and another layer of this, and be right back. Okay, so I put my last layer of cheese on, and what you're going to do is fold over those little edges that you had from earlier. And trust me, this is going to end up being the bottom of this. So as I kind of go along, I'm going to make sure that this is moist enough. Get in there. And make sure that each little layer is moist enough. And like this. And you can save one of the sheets. I didn't do it with this one. Save one of the sheets of your phyllo dough to kind of put it on the top and make it pretty. So it looks like just one little layer. But I didn't do that. I might do that with my meat one next. So just soak it really, really well. I'm gonna pour it over the top. Just trust me, the phyllo dough is going to soak it all up. And hopefully that wasn't too much, but you'll see what it looks like in the end. So I'm gonna go like this. See how it's already kind of soaking it all up. And now I'm off to do a meat one exactly like I did this one. Okay guys, so now I'm starting the meat one. So I have my ground beef mixture, and remember the Tina that I told you about, if I'm saying that right. It's for burek. And if you can't find this, you can just use salt, pepper. Again, in the beef is a whole onion that was cooked first, and of course fajita. So what I'm going to do is exactly like I did with the cheese mixture, is mix in my burek Tina flavoring, give it a taste. You want it to be a little salty because the phyllo dough really has no salt in it, and just to make sure that everything tastes good. So I'm gonna give it a little taste. Salty, oh yeah, okay. And then I like mine really peppery, so here's your beef mixture. Then I'm going to add a lot of black pepper. Give that a good mix. And then, like I did, you've got one phyllo sheet going this way, one going this way, one this way, and one this way. And then what we're going to do is do a layer of the meat. Perfect. Layer of the meat. I don't know what was up with my yufka today. It was not behaving properly. And so it kept shredding on me. So never feel defeated. I still came out the boss because it's going to be delicious and it's going to be edible. So that's just how these yufkas are sometimes. They either cooperate sometimes or they don't. So I'm going to chop this like I did with the cheese one. Put a layer. Make sure it's drenched really well with the water and oil mixture. Do 2 layers of that and we'll be back. Okay guys, so I put the last little shredded layer on for the meat one. And let me get this guy out of the way. And I'm gonna really make sure that this gets drenched with the water oil mixture. This is probably one of my favorite, any type of pita, burek, maslenitsa meat. The meat one is my absolute favorite. That and potato. So I kind of told a story there. I absolutely love the potato one too. Cheese, it's okay. Cheese and spinach, yeah. Then we're going to put the last of the meat. Spread that out. Use my spoon. My house smells so good. My husband went to go see his brother and he came inside and he's like, I can smell that all the way down the street. Of course, he's telling a story, but he goes in the bedroom and must have sprayed himself with some cologne, and he was trying to get my attention. And I said, oh, you smell like bug spray. He's like, ah, yeah, babe, Gio. You know how they do. He's a good guy. He's my little soulmate. My big soulmate. Okay, again, this is not going to be pretty, but it does not matter. This is going to be the bottom. You'll see, because when it gets done cooking in the oven, you're going to flip it. It's going to get flipped upside down. This one's kind of thick, I think. I don't know if I can separate it, and if not, I'm going to steal this. Kind of put that like that. We got a little bit here that I'm going to steal you, and oh, no, 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 you don't want to expose the meat. Steal this little piece. And put that right there, like a little band-aid. Alright, again, I'm going to coat this really well. Make sure it's all juicy and delicious. Might get a little bit more. Just kind of go over a little bit. Telling you, my yufka, my phyllo dough was just not my friend today. Probably knew, you're not gonna eat us. You are not gonna film us, lady. Alrighty, so here's the meat one. It's really bothering me that this is showing up like this. So we're just gonna kind of do that. Even though, again, I can be a little bit of a perfectionist. So, here is your meat one. Let me grab the... Remember all the water that was on top for the cheese one? No more water. See how it soaked it all up? So I'm going to put these both in the oven at about 375 to 400 degrees for roughly about 20 to 25 minutes, and I'll show you when they're done. While the burek is in the oven, I'm making a very fast salad, which is introduced by my husband, of course. It is 1 head of cabbage that I've quartered and 2 cucumbers, or krustovats, as he says in his language. I can't think of what the word for cabbage, but kupus. And you're just gonna shred it, get it all in the bowl, add some vinegar, a little bit of oil, salt, and pepper to taste, and it is delicious. So you just get to shredding, and yes, you will have cabbage flying everywhere, blah 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 blah, everywhere, but it is delicious. Salad number 2 going. So here's the cabbage and cucumber salad. Here's another salad. 2 little cucumbers, a couple of tomatoes, and about 1/4 of a red onion. You just chop it up, put a little oil, a little salt. Forget all those fancy salads. This will be summer right in your bowl, and it goes so good with the burek that's cooking in the oven. Here is salad number 2 completed, and this is our cheese burek, which is done. And let me grab the little potato pitas, and meat is almost done. So I flipped it upside down after I kind of ran a knife around the edge of the cheese one, and here's what we get. Oh baby. And I'm going to do the exact same thing for the meat one. And then you just kind of, listen to that. Just kind of cut it and serve it with your salad. Unfortunately, I tried to flip my meat one and it does not want to come out of the pan nicely, so I'm going to leave it in here, or the tepsi as they call it, and just kind of slice it. But otherwise, Emmy's eating his potato pita, Layla's got her cheesy one and salad, and I hope everybody enjoys. And if you like this recipe and are interested in seeing more, please like and subscribe. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody.